here in my workplace, I'll be carrying this one. How do you call this one? We're going to carry a a gallon of water. So I'm a librarian here in a government school. So it's sunny outside. I'm going to carry that one. Hi, how are you? So this is a water dispenser. Do you have water dispenser in your home? From what country are you watching right now? Comment down below. How are you today? Hope you have a great time today. Hi, hello, how are you? So I'm going to put this into bottle here. So I'm gonna flex this window made of shells. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? It's actually a window. Hello, how are you today? Can you comment from what country are you watching right now? Who will open that door? Hello. Hi. How are you?
The Inspiration tab in YouTube Studio Desktop can transform how you approach ideation and content creation. To get started, head to YouTube Studio on desktop, then the Content page, then Inspiration. Here, kickstart your creative process with AI suggestions or brainstorm a new one. To generate a new idea, prompt in the prompt box and click Create Ideas. For example, you could enter newest fashion trends or Cooking 101. You can also use the suggestion chips on the prompt box for more inspiration. You'll see a list of content ideas, and when you find one you like, you can click on it to see more details. After clicking an idea, you'll see a suggested outline for your content, title ideas, and potential thumbnail options. You can refine each section by clicking Show More. On the outline page, you can make updates to the entire outline or click on a section to make specific changes. Try something like Incorporate Humor. Hover over a section to copy the text, delete the section, or give feedback. Under Titles, you can generate new titles by describing your idea in the prompt box or select a specific title to refine. You can try a prompt like It's Shorter. Select a title to copy or send feedback. You'll also see suggested thumbnails related to the idea. On the Thumbnails page, you can describe your idea for a thumbnail and generate options. Try a prompt like Chocolate Desserts or Low Top Basketball Shoes. When you find one you like, you can select it to refine it further. When you're happy with the thumbnail, select it to download it to your computer. Make sure to click the Save button to save your progress for later. You can access your saved ideas from the Inspiration tab. We hope these updates help give you a starting point for brainstorming content. For more info and availability, check out the links in the description. Promotions on YouTube let you set up ad campaigns for your content. On top of regular channel growth and organic discovery, promotions can get your videos and shorts in front of new audiences, helping you and your business reach your goals. Let's walk through what promotions are, who might use them, and how to use them. First, what are promotions on YouTube? Promotions let you run your video or short as an ad on YouTube. Your ad can appear in YouTube search results, the home feed, the shorts feed, watch next, or as an ad on other videos on the watch page. Based on goals and criteria you select, YouTube will automatically show your promoted content to viewers who are likely to engage with your channel. Content you promote will be labeled as sponsored. Who might use promotions? Any creator can use promotions. You don't need to be part of the YouTube Partner Program to use them. However, you should have a clear goal in mind when using them. Creators use promotions to grow their business or to help get their content in front of new audiences. Promotions can help increase sales by driving additional views to your content that showcases your products or services. Direct viewers to a specific site to buy your merch, products, concert tickets, courses, or more. Or reach a specific audience, like viewers in a new country. Remember, promotions should be used in addition to your channel's organic reach and discovery on YouTube. Also note that any subscribers or watch time gained from promotion spending won't count towards YouTube Partner Program eligibility. Next, how do you use promotions? You can easily set up a promotion for your content from your phone or a desktop. You can do this using the Promote button from your content's watch page, or from your content list by tapping the three-dot menu, then Promote. From desktop, you can also go to YouTube Studio, then Content, then Promotions, then New Promotion. You'll be asked to link your Google Ads account or set up a new one to use promotions. You'll see 4 main steps when setting up a promotion: goal, video, targeting, and budget. At the goal step, you'll see the option for audience growth, video views, or website clicks. At the video step, you can add or change the content you want to promote and edit the promotion headline or description. If you chose website clicks as your goal, you'll also see the option to enter the landing page where you want to send viewers. At the targeting step, you can choose the locations of the viewers you want to reach. And at the budget step, you can choose the budget amount and duration for your promotion. Keep in mind that to be eligible for a promotion, your content must be public or unlisted and at least 10 seconds long. It also needs to meet Google's video ad requirements and Google's editorial advertising policy. Once your promotion is approved and running, you can keep track of metrics like impressions, views, and subscribers. You can also make edits while it's running. Finally, let's walk through some questions you may have about promotions. Do I need to promote my content to become a successful channel? Absolutely not. We want to give creators more options to reach new audiences and share their businesses, so we are offering this as an additional lever to help meet your goals. Creators of all sizes can be successful, relying on our organic recommendations and a strong content strategy to grow their channel at no cost. Promoting your content is handled separately from our organic systems. Channels and creators can thrive with or without promoting their content. If you do choose to use promotions, there's never any minimum spend, and you can stop at any time. What are the best practices for running a promotion and getting the best performance? We recommend running your promotion for at least a week, and keep in mind the targeting choices you make will impact the cost per action for your promotion. For example, views in a certain country may cost less than in another country, so make sure you're intentional with your targeting, and you select the options that are important and relevant to your channel. Do promotions hurt the organic reach of my channel or my other videos' performance? No, promotions don't impact the organic performance of your channel or of the promoted content. It's true that promoted content will generally see a drop in aggregated metrics, like audience retention and click-through rate in YouTube Analytics, which is any time there is an increase in reach, whether through promotions or organically. That said, promotions will not impact the way your content is recommended in typical search and discovery on YouTube. Organic recommendations focus on learning how content performs when it is recommended, not when it's run as an ad promotion. To take a closer look, you can always use YouTube Analytics to split out audience retention by organic and paid traffic. Are the subscribers from promotions real? Yes. We only count organic subscribers towards YouTube Partner Program eligibility to help keep an equal playing field for everyone interested in joining the program. But subscribers gained from promotions are still subscribers. They can receive notifications about your new content, and they can become robust members of your community. A promotion may kickstart a viewer's relationship with your channel. And if you continue to provide content that's interesting and valuable to them, there are plenty of ways for them to engage once they're aware of you. Right from YouTube, it's simple to use promotions to meet your business and growth goals. If promotions are the right fit for you, try them out. And thanks for watching. If you're in the YouTube Partner Program and want to make money through ads, your content needs to follow our advertiser-friendly content guidelines. Advertisers come to YouTube to connect with potential customers, and it's important to them that their ads only show against content that aligns with their brand. That's why we have advertiser-friendly content guidelines, to help ensure that YouTube remains a safe place for brands to reach their target audiences, which, in turn, helps creators earn more money. Let's walk through how advertiser-friendly content guidelines work, how you can check your monetization status, and what each status icon means, and a deep dive about the yellow icon status specifically. First, how advertiser-friendly content guidelines work on YouTube. When it comes to earning through ads with your channel, there are specific rules about what can run all ads, what can run limited ads, and what will not run any ads and should have monetization turned off. Advertiser-friendly content is appropriate for most audiences, and there may be sensitive topics that impact advertiser friendliness, including things like inappropriate language, violence, adult content, and more. Each of these topics have ad guidance terms that indicate whether your content can earn regular ad revenue, may earn limited or no ad revenue, or will definitely not earn any ad revenue. So it's important to familiarize yourself with these policy details in our YouTube Help Center. And remember, these guidelines apply to all of your content on YouTube, including your videos, shorts, live streams, titles, thumbnails, tags, and descriptions. Compliance with our ad-friendly content guidelines is evaluated during the upload process with a combination of automated systems and human review. It's important to note that context is very important. If there's an educational, documentary, scientific, or artistic value, that may change the video's suitability for advertisers. For example, artistic content like music videos may contain elements like inappropriate language, references to soft drug use, or non-explicit sexual themes, but still be suitable for advertising. Adding context helps us make the correct monetization decision. Keep in mind that videos without a title or metadata may not give enough context to help our systems understand if the content is suitable for all advertisers. When you're monetizing, you'll also get access to self-certification, which becomes part of the upload flow if you have monetization turned on. At the ad suitability step, self-certification asks you to rate your videos against our advertiser-friendly content guidelines. We then use your input to help decide the ad suitability of your videos. The goal of self-certification is to help reduce errors with our automatic reviews and help your videos get monetized more accurately from the start. Next, how can you check your monetization status, and what does each status icon mean? You can check your video's monetization status by going to YouTube Studio, then Content. In the monetization column, you'll find monetization icons. You can hover over the icons for more info about what each means. Here's a quick breakdown. A green icon with On will show if monetization is turned on and your content meets our advertiser-friendly content guidelines. This icon means your video is eligible for most ads. A clock icon with Checking will show when our systems are checking for ad suitability. While the ad suitability check is in progress, we don't show ads on your video, so we recommend uploading your content as private or unlisted first so you can wait to see what the monetization status will be before publishing. A red icon with Ineligible will show if monetization is off and cannot be turned on. For example, this icon will show in cases of some copyright claims. When you see this icon, your video will not earn from ads, and it will not be eligible to earn from YouTube Premium subscription revenue. A gray icon with Off will show if monetization is turned off, but can still be turned on. This icon means you did not choose to turn monetization on. Or, if you get this icon on your shorts, it means that you haven't accepted the Shorts monetization module in YouTube Studio yet. And lastly, a yellow icon with Limited will show if you turned monetization on, but your content will have limited or no ads. This means your content doesn't meet all of our advertiser-friendly content guidelines. Because brands can choose to opt out of content that doesn't meet our advertiser-friendly content guidelines, your content may earn less revenue compared to content that does meet the guidelines. When you see this icon, your video is still eligible to earn YouTube Premium subscription revenue. Now, let's dive a bit more into the yellow monetization icon. In YouTube Studio, from the Content tab, you can filter by monetization, then Limited, to see videos that have a yellow monetization icon. In the Restrictions column, you'll see Add Suitability. If you hover over that, there are a few different statuses you might see. Here's a breakdown of what the statuses mean. If the status says Add Suitability with the option for Request Review, that means our automated systems assess this video. However, our automated systems don't always get it right. If our systems mark your video as not suitable for all advertisers and you disagree, you can request human review by a policy specialist. They'll review the decision made by our automated systems. If appropriate, they can change the video's monetization status. If they complete their review and agree with the automated system's decision, in YouTube Studio, the monetization status will remain. If you use self-certification during the upload flow, you'll see what issues our expert found that led to a yellow icon. Your appeal decision may also provide timestamps of where in the video issues appeared, or a note indicating if the issue is with your title or thumbnail. Note that these timestamps aren't exhaustive. The additional context given is to help you better understand where our experts found policy violations in your content. Timestamps do not offer direction on where to make edits, but help offer greater clarity on policy violations. Videos, thumbnails, and titles edited with YouTube Studio to remove violative content won't be eligible for re-review. Note that videos that aren't rated by self-certification in the upload flow won't be eligible to see these timestamps. If the status description says Add Suitability under review, that means you already requested a review and a policy specialist is actively reviewing the video. The specialist can keep or change the monetization status, and their decision is final. If the status description says Add Suitability confirmed by review, that means that our policy specialists finished reviewing the video and have confirmed that it doesn't meet our advertiser-friendly content guidelines. The yellow icon status can't be changed. Now, let's dive into a few questions you might have when it comes to yellow icons and reviews. How can creators request a review? From a desktop, go to YouTube Studio, then Content. You can search for the specific video you're looking for, or you can filter by monetization status on this page and select Limited to see videos that might be eligible for review. Once you've found the video that you want, go to the restrictions column for that video and hover over Add Suitability. Click Request Review and follow the on-screen instructions. From a mobile device, go to the YouTube Studio app, then Content. You can search for the specific video you're looking for, or you can filter by monetization status on this page and select Limited to see the videos that might be eligible for review. Once you've found the video you want, tap into it. Tap on the section that shows the monetization status. Then tap Request Review and follow the on-screen instructions. How does the review process work? When you request a human review, an expert looks at the video. They spend time watching the video and review its content, title, and metadata against our advertiser-friendly content guidelines. Our reviewers evaluate the video and related content as a whole. During their review, specialists use the advertiser-friendly guidelines paired with the following principles: context, focus, tone, realism, and graphicness. The most important principle is context. What's the intention behind your video? Is it to inform and educate, or to shock and incite? For example, if it's to inform and educate, then you should include context in your title, thumbnails, description, and tags. This context helps reviewers make the right monetization decision. Without context, reviewers may not accurately assess your content. Once the review is complete, you'll get an email with the monetization decision. How long do reviews take? We know that these reviews are important to you and your revenue. Human reviews typically take up to 7 days. Be sure to check your email, as this is how we send the monetization decision once the review is complete. We hope this helps you learn more about our advertiser-friendly content guidelines, how they're applied, and the systems put in place to help you make informed decisions. To learn more, check out the links in the description. Thanks for watching.
Unwrap holiday deals here on Shopee. Check out.
Slide na yun natin. Kasabot pa, slide na I'll light up the road for you. Keep going forward.
Don't worry, I've got you covered. Keep going. That's way too high. I'll give you a lift. Hey, what happened to you? Hey, can somebody help? Don't worry, I've got you covered.
I'll light up the road for you.
Keep going.
Keep going forward.
Oh, I get it. Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid.
Huh?
I'll light up the road for you.
Now watch what happens when I drop in this heavy metal nut. It sinks right down to the bottom, but when I drop in this grape, which isn't quite as dense, it sinks down through the top two layers and sits on top of the syrup. This bottle top slowly sinks down through the oil and sits on the water, and this piece of sponge floats on the top. Pretty cool, huh? They've all got different densities. Because this syrup is denser than the water, it sinks to the bottom. Then pour in some cooking oil and leave it to settle. Now watch...
So this book is entitled Fish. Story by Becky Bravo. Illustrations by Blue Wee Singson. Fish, a Don Carlos Palanca Memorial Awards for Literature Second Prize. Short Story for Children, 1997. So to parents, teachers, and caregivers, a lonely man and his pet dog live alone on the top of a mountain. The old man often sends his dog to fetch him things that would amuse him. The dog would travel to the town below in search of things that would please his master, proving his loyalty and heartfelt servility. You can use this story as a springboard in discussing with children the cultivation and practice of obedience, loyalty, and subservience, as well as the ideal relationship between a master and his attendant, and in a parallel mood between a word and his or her benefactor, from whose hand he or she feeds, and between a child and his or her parents. On page 12 are study guides that can help the children to fully comprehend the story and at the same time to instill in their minds the moral lessons and values of it is trying to impart. So, there was an old man who lived alone at the top of a very high mountain. It was a mountain so high that you should stood at the top. The bottom was too far down to be seen. And if you stood at the bottom of the mountain, the top was too far up to be seen, and it was only hidden by a blanket of clouds. Even when ribbons of dark smoke rose from the old man's cooking fire, the mist blanketed the smoke until it became the same color as the cloud sky. At the foot of the mountain, on the southeast side, there lay a small village. Sometimes, when ribbons of smoke rose from their cooking fires, the old man would watch the fumes mixing with the mist. But he could not see anything more. He would have liked to see more, but he was too old and too feeble to climb down to the village in the valley. He had stopped going there a long time ago when his age no longer allowed it, and although the villager missed his company, they were too busy minding their business own life to come to see him. So this is an old man The old man's only companion on the top of the mountain was his dog. He fetched him his cane when his knees were too wobbly, and fetched him his comb when he had knots in his beard. The old man's knees wobbled whenever the weather was too hot or too cold, and his shaggy white beard had grown long enough to reach the floor. One day, just as smoke began to rise from the village at the roof of the mountain, the old man called his dog to his side. But he didn't need a comb, and he didn't need his cane. Dog, dog, he said as he stroked his shaggy brown fur. I'm lonely. Go down to the village at the foot of the mountain and fetch me something to amuse myself. So the dog climbed down to the side of the mountain. When he returned to the village, he brought the old man a bundoria. Bandoria. Master, said the dog, I have brought you a bandoria. It is a gift from the man whose house is full of music. The old man was pleased. Whenever he was lonely, which happened very often, he brought out the bandoria to pluck on its fingers, and he was amused. But not for very long. One day the old man called his dog to his side. Dog, said the old man as he scratched him behind his ears. I am lonely. I would have liked to play a bandoria, but I don't know how to make good music. Go down to the village at the foot of the mountain and fetch me something to amuse myself with. And so the dog climbed down the side of the mountain. When he returned from the village, he brought the old man a game called Sungka. Sungka is an indoor game played by two persons in a wooden boat-shaped blocked with holes where the players drop pebbles or shells by turns. Master, the dog said, I have brought you a Sungka game. It is a gift from the man whose house is full of playthings. The old man was pleased. Whenever he was lonely, which still happened very often, he brought out the Sungka to play with it. He was amused, but not for very long. Again, he called his dog to his side. Dog, said the old man as he patted his furry head. I am lonely. I would have liked to play with Sungka, but it's supposed to be played by two, and there's only me. Go down to the village at the foot of the mountain and fetch me something to amuse myself. As the days went by, the old man often became lonely, and the dog climbed up and down and up the mountain to fetch his master new things which to amuse himself. He brought him a pet monkey from the man whose house is full of bananas. A parrot from the man whose house is full of birds, and a music box from the man whose house is full of gadgets. One day, the old man called his dog to his side once more. Dog, the old man said as he scratched him between his eyes, I'm lonely. I would have liked to play my bandura. I don't know how to make good music. I would have liked to play Sungka, but there is no one to play it with me. and the music box seems to be broken. Go down. There is no one to play it with me. My monkey and parrot have fallen ill. The music box seems to be broken. Go down to the village at the foot of the mountain and fetch me just one more thing to amuse myself with. And so the dog climbed down the side of the mountain once more. As he came upon the village, he met the man who had given them the bandura. There, sir, said the dog to the man whose house was full of music. I have come in search of one last thing with which my master can amuse himself. He would have liked to play his bandura, but he does not know how to play good music. Alas, the man said, I have nothing more to give to him, but I will go to the top of the mountain to teach him new tunes. The dog thanked him and went on his way. He then met the man who had given them the sungka. There, sir, said the dog to the man whose house is full of playthings. I have come in search of one last thing with which my master can amuse himself. He would have liked to play sungka, but there is no one to play it with him. Alas, the man said, I have nothing to give to the man, but my children and I will go to the mountain and play sungka with him. The dog thanked him and went on his way. He then met the man who had given them the monkey, the parrot, the music box. All were sorry that he had nothing to give to the old man. But they promised to climb to the top of the mountain to tend to the music animals and fix the broken music box. The dog thanked him and went on his way. He went to every house in the village with the news of his errand for his master. None of the villagers could think of anything new to send to the old man, but they promised to go to the top of the mountain to keep him company while the dog was away. For many days the dog did not return to the top of the mountain. He ventured away from the village to the southeast side and circled the foot of the mountain in search of one last thing that might please his old master. He journeyed southward, westward, northward, and eastward, but he couldn't find anything that would possibly do. For many days the dog was away, the villagers climbed up and down and up the mountain, back and forth from the old man's house to their homes in the valley. When climbing up and down and up, mountain became tiring. They took their houses apart, bundled up all their belongings, and took all up to the top of the mountain. They built their homes around the old man's house, and they were never too far away when the old man's bandurria needed a new tone, or when he needed an extra player for sungpa. The children feed his pets, fetch his cane and combed the knots out of his broom. His music box worked perfectly again. One day, his dog finally returned to the top of the mountain. Tired and defeated, the dog crawled on his belly toward the old man and laid his muzzle at his master's feet. "Master," the dog said, "I ventured farther and farther away, but there was nothing beyond the village that was worth bringing back. I have brought you nothing. I have failed." The old man stroked his long white beard and tapped his cane on the ground. On the contrary, dog, the old man laughed. "You have served me well." He returned his eyes towards houses that encircled his own. "You have fetched me the village. I am pleased." As the old man said and scratched his dog behind his ears, ribbons of dark smoke rose from the cooking fires of the houses on top of every high mountain, and the mist covered them until they became the same color as the cloudy sky. So, can you answer these questions? Who are the protagonists in the story? From what you have listened, what are the traits and characteristics of each one? Where do you think the story happened and when did it happen? Why was the old man lonely? What things did the old man ask his dog to fetch for him? What do you think was the last thing that would amuse the old man and which he asked his pet dog to find? Read the part of the story that tells how the dog came to know he had served his master well. Can you type down which line? So list down or type down the words in the story you have encountered the first time and look them up in the dictionary. Try using these words in everyday conversations. What are the lessons and moral values derived from the story? Tell me about your pet and the things he or she can do to amuse his or her master. Can you retell the story of the old man and his pet before we end this video? Hope you enjoy listening to the story of Fetch. Did you enjoy the story? Do you want to read me another story? Kindly type